Yo, what is going on, Maniacs? It's Maniacal J at Maniacal J Reacts, and today I'm going to be reacting to K-Rino's, one of his latest albums, Audio Optics. I'm only going to be doing half the album just because this video will be like an hour and a half long, and I don't want to post that long of a video. So I'm just going to do 8 songs, 8 and 8. I'm only going to be doing Audio Optics, Digital Hypnosis, Attack Mode, Dark Vibes, Future Shock, End of Times, No Such Thing, and Flow Session Continuum. I'm going to do the other 8 in another video. I'm going to do 2 different parts, 8 and 8, because there's 16 total songs. So yeah, guys, hope you guys fuck with it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Comment down below some other songs you want me to react to. Make sure to hit up all the links in the description. Top link will be the link to this album, so you can fuck with it on your own time. And yeah, guys, my new single, It's a Vibe, featuring LC3 and Keith Mosley, is out now, so put a snip it up now.
I'm feeling that indica when they get in the end, know they be hating, I gotta get rid of ya. I'm in the kitchen, I'm whipping, I'm back in the booth, know it's been a little minute, I don't fuck around with outsiders. I'm riding around and I got it. Many be going crazy like they just need a little guidance. They scheming, plotting and smiling, that's why I'm moving in silence. I peep game and I see it, nobody ever gonna stop.
And this video is going to be added to the K-Rino playlist, so make sure to go fuck with that. And let's get it. First one up is Audio Optics, album title.
Audio optics, the process used to transmit through your mental highway. I say what I see, then make you see what I say. They still won't even leave after they reach completion. The sequence starts to play when I start speaking. Audio optics, the process used to transmit through your mental highway. I say what I see, then make you see what I say. They still won't even leave after they reach completion. The sequence starts to play when I start speaking. I submerge you when I serve you an herbal concerto of work you can search through. Full circle, sorrow and laughter in every character that I give birth to. Mind invested, highly impressive as you glide through my perspective. I direct this message injected with special effects and pyrotechnics. Yeah, my type's red. I cover the spectrum from dreams to a nightmare. Recited with high undeniable clarity. It'll seem like you're right there. I nailed it. Into your noggin, I weld it. I know I got you, I felt it. Stealth it. Visual topics of veil without any spells or an Oculus helmet. I spin it, then it's reinforced. The source of energy begins to course. My voice, you then timidly endorse. The imagery instantly is in its stars. I'm giving them the heights and depths and every bit of it. I'm better than television, no hypothetical filament. Anything I'm blessed to write and tell it you with it. It'll hit you like the psychedelic equivalent. Audio optics, the process used to transmit through your mental highway. I say what I see, then make you see what I say. They still won't even leave after they reach completion. The sequence starts to play when I start speaking. Audio optics, the process used to transmit through your mental highway. I say what I see, then make you see what I say. They still won't even leave after they reach completion. The sequence starts to play when I start speaking. You play the composition I made when I'm saying it plain from the paper. Then weeks later, your cranium chamber then became a theater. Scenes I show you into the deepest ravines of lyrical schemes I flow you. Things I go through seemingly tie us together like strings, which means I know you. Now I must keep you. And only when I'm finished speaking is when I release you. Grief is removed, and the people immediately asking me for a sequel. You tap into my passion fast without one fraction of a distraction. You hear the track and then what I imagine is fashion in your head and casting an action. Delivery different than any artistic participant typically listed. Mystically rhythmic, no limits in history ever more vividly scripted. I reward you, and once it's recorded, your ears serve as a portal. In every new story you absorb through your pause makes me immortal. It is timeless. The sublimeness of the mind's alive and vibrant. And even the physically blind can hear it and accurately describe it. Got to expose it, cause it might be unknown to the whole what K is divulging. Cause not many poets can open occipital lobes and put vocals in motion. Audio optics, the process used to transmit through your mental highway. I say what I see, then make you see what I say. They still won't even leave after they reach completion. The sequence starts to play when I start
one up is Digital Hypnosis.
At my command, you will focus on me and only me. You will respond to my call no matter where you are on the planet. Every aspect of your life will be conducted through my channels. Information, entertainment, love, food, all of your necessities will go through me. We are now one. Every invention has an intention. Some for passive ascension, others' purpose is too savage to mention. The misuse of technology worsens. World's curses emerging, causing a massive surge in its perversion. Mind control motive started the issue, purposely plotted against you, cause true intelligence is not artificial. Features of devices expand, they purposely plan to make us feel as if we have the universe in our hands. If you stare in the portal, more distractions grab you and hold you. You scroll through with the focus view, now it controls you. Overloaded by all of the open roads that it shows you. The whole scope of this roguish world is at your disposal. Your mind is the target of forces designed to dissolve it. More time in the darkness makes the lost blind and lethargic. Profusely distracted, your actions reduced into fragments. The computer's a magnet that has you useless and stagnant. Under digital hypnosis, you drift slowly down the well as your consciousness fails under the spell and critical psychosis. Your attention span is held in a cell just like someone in jail under digital hypnosis. You drift slowly down the well as your consciousness fails under the spell and critical psychosis. Your attention span is held in a cell just like someone in jail. You gaze at it attentively, enslaved and defenseless. Organic forms of mental stimulation fade from your interest. The template you introduced it to your infants at an early age. So by digital means, little boys and girls are raised, glued to superficial visuals too. It imprisons you, then inhibits your peripheral view. Then you travel slow into the rabbit hole. Different categories that alone, from the average shows to pornographic mode. The social network inertia grows. The content is from the average shows to pornographic mode. The social network inertia grows. The content disturbs your soul, but even so, you can't control the urge to scroll. Your motivational circuits blow, and work is no longer an urgent goal that's divergent, seem irreversible. You assume the fate of subhuman state. Days on the calendar enumerate as the wasted hours accumulate undeniably. So the second you step away from it entirely, you mire in separation anxiety. Digital hypnosis, you drift slowly down the well as your consciousness fails under the spell and critical psychosis. Your attention span is held in a cell just like someone in jail under digital hypnosis. You drift slowly down the well as your consciousness fails under the spell and critical psychosis. Your attention span is held in a cell just like someone in jail. Weeks, months of overconsumption, screen drunk and despondent, becoming one with non-nutritive content. Smart cars and phones direct you, smart televisions connect to the game and systems built to possess you. Disconnected our best self and rebuild us. No real pictures, the women addicted to filters. Through endless corridors you slide through, your mind remotely abides to every direction that it guides you. Inside these applications you found, there's no sacred ground to lay down. Your child is now in a predator playground. Your feelings are what they've experimented with. AI that can read intimate thoughts in your mind and print the images. Your work ethic is practically absent, captivated by a platform that'll have you erratic if it collapses. Doing what it commands, it makes you fascinated with a breakthrough created to ultimately replace you. Out of a sound sleep, it wakes you. You race and can't wait to get to all of the shady places it takes you. Your device is alive, it has eyes and it hears. Soon as you mention the product, the advertisement appears. You thirst and gamble online nervously and hurriedly submerge your financial future in digital currency. We one of these dreams with autonomy, trusting what the numbers be as we invest in the fast falling economy. As we model to an inoperative fool while you're watching the TV. The TV is watching you too. Self-discipline overran, so we are not to withstand. Lost in the labyrinth of websites, locked in a trance. You voluntarily give it your life daily and private. You submit all of your personal information inside it. It's the worldwide web, the lower desire finder with a bugs trapped in it. The spider is designer. This is digital hypnosis. You drift slowly down the well as your consciousness fails under the spell and critical psychosis. Your attention span is held in a cell just like someone in jail under digital hypnosis. You drift slowly down the well as your consciousness fails under the spell and critical psychosis. Your attention span is held in a cell just like someone in jail. Digital hypnosis.
All right, next one up is Attack Mode.
don't take my foot off y'all necks, did ya? Glad you know. Glad you know. When I get you, even the city where you live will be missing. So listen, I'll thunder you for a month or two and stare at a photograph until the people in it start looking uncomfortable. The builder who was paid to create you, I took 20 years to make you, only to take 5 seconds to break you. A jacket full of bombs, come try it on. My tongue is so high strong, it had to be registered like a firearm. Revamping after canceling, ceramic men begin dancing when in trance with strands of my audio antigens. No memory ever fled from my thoughts. I even remember the day my sperm body found an egg in the dark. Your spirit smolders as I'm veered over, because soon as I approach you, the sun leans in closer to hear me roast you. I strike when you boast, defeat you, then freeze you 300 years, heat and release you just to beat you in front of new folks. I'm born in attack mode. I was born in attack mode. It'll be bodies on a back road. It'll be war when the track lows. You can't comprehend the wonders I did. My head's becoming so big, I gotta duck when I walk under a bridge. I swoop through the streets and feed you with loose leaf. My sheets are a food feast, and you eat for weeks off of a two-piece. I take over you totally. Women who didn't know of me approach it uncontrollably, start to propose to me. Don't underscore how deep we are. Sometimes I black out when I speak a bar and wake up after giving myself CPR. Doubt me and you got to die. I'll drop my writing pen from out the sky over the word skill and make it out the eye. I reside where your chakras lie, undenied. I wrote a line dissing myself so hard I decided to not reply. Violent high stamina samurai, letting the hammer fly, knocking you through the chest of a random guy. Your trouble persists, I'ma rip until nothing exists. Fist bump you and knock 4 of your knuckles up in your wrist. I was born in attack mode. I was born in attack mode. It'll be bodies on a back road. It'll be war when the track lows. I'm the most wretched of threats in the Metroplex. I set raw steak on my naked flesh and then slept next to my leopard pet. I checked the special sections you'll never trek, cause prophetic records yet to be present. I retrospectively recollect. In seconds I swept you with regret, because perfection of every step is said to be my best reflected epithet. The deadliest vet you ever met, who slit the neck of the medic who seasick me cause I wasn't ready to exit yet. I let the best to ever do it slide, because for me to kill the greatest alive, that would be suicide. K-Rino's imposingly colloquial. I'll show up with a rope or two and start choking you when I'm in a choking mood. One smack will make your head catch a flat, reload the pressure vat and make a rap casserole packed with collected facts. And if you bite a speck of that, I'll get aggressive and directly snatch it out of your intestines just to get it back. Born in attack mode. I was born in attack mode. It'll be bodies on a back road. It'll be war when the track lows.
Alright, next one up is Dark Vibes.
It's not always about what you see. It's about what you feel, what you know. Checked in the game, I left the sideline, I was tired of watching. Problems I'm weaving and dodging them like I was boxing. Judging folks like you was God and wonder why you dropping. Cause you can't tell people to change and not provide an option. Read the room and move around when it ain't seeming right. Cause people try to use your sight to bring their dreams to life. When you was blessing them, they swallowed everything in sight. But barely seen them blood suckers when your green was tight. I learned at an early age, ain't no love in the heart. Men and women who drain you like a tub full of water. Picture a person that you knew who was broken, you saved them. Now won't even give you a slice from the loaf that you gave them. They only coattails to stab you mostly. The bench riders be the first ones trying to grab the trophy. Today I'll post, tomorrow they'll be trying to make you ghostly. So even when they fall away, you gotta watch them closely. Dark vibes, dark vibes, watch them dark vibes. Never be surprised when people show their dark sides. Cause I've thoughts rise, and of course lies. Turning evil as the love inside the heart is part of living. I'm not saying I want you to struggle with me, but if it came to that, are you willing? I seen them disappear in crunch time with quick and speed, but getting through it solo showed me who I didn't need. Keeping composure in the crisis, that's a gift indeed. People who go the distance with you, that's a different breed. When that relationship goes sour, then you have to end that. People go wicked over time, and some have always been that. Some slowly flip, cause jealous tongues are like loaded clips, showing their true motives, hoping for K-Rino to slip. Not everyone around me is who they're announced to be, saying they proud of me, but really got it out for me. They speak reckless and preach a deceit message with a mind that regresses to its darkest recesses. When help is needed, you see artificial and weak efforts. They're leaning in that direction, cause envy's a deep presence. That's them dark vibes, dark vibes, watch them dark vibes. Never be surprised when people show their dark sides. Cause I've thoughts rise, and of course lies. Turning evil as the love inside their heart dies. That's them dark vibes, watch them dark vibes. Never be surprised when people show their dark sides. Conniving thoughts rise, and of course lies. Turning evil as the love inside their heart. In their vicinity, higher energy soon falters. When they enter, the whole atmosphere in the room alters. The set darkens, you get dejected and crestfallen. You just met this person and yet they got your flesh crawling. They show you a spirit that's broken and woeful, walking reflections of trauma they've been exposed to. You be ready to go the moment they approach you. In a negative mode, they hope to enclose you. It's on the surface, you ain't got to be a deep explorer. Sometimes you feel it, cause some people have an evil aura. They love to hate you because secretly they hate to love you. Trouble don't follow them, they're the ones who create the trouble. Embracing love, hallucinations like you taking drugs. Cause fakeness does come in laughter, handshakes and hugs. You can pay for some, but it may be too late to save them. Keep your God conscious sharp so you can stay away from dark vibes, dark vibes, watch them dark vibes. Never be surprised when people show their dark sides. Cause I've thoughts rise, and of course lies. Turning evil as the love inside their hearts died. That's them dark vibes, watch them dark sides. Never be surprised when people show their dark side. Conniving thoughts rise, and of course lies. Turning evil as the love inside their heart dies.
Alright, next one up is Future Shock. Holy shit, 8 minutes? God damn. This one's hella fucking long. How do people even do songs like that? Shit.
Scientist stepped away, went inside a basement with a chamber in it where a man would lay in an arrested state. He was slightly frozen with his life exposed. The case was gold and it was tightly closed. The scientist then approached nice and slow, located a keypad and typed the code. He heard a bang as the frame had popped. The oxygen within the chamber stopped. He was calm in the middle of a dangerous spot. Then the airtight steel door came unlocked. The man was tired, yet he rose elated. His hair was grown out, his clothes were dated. He pulled out and read from a folded paper where his name and identity he slowly stated. The 50s was the decade he's born. He was now in a place that's way beyond. He was asked what year and date he's from. He said August of 1981. He said, do you recall how we got you here? He said, yes, I'm a program volunteer. He said, this is the breakthrough of my career. You are now in the clear. You showed that the goal to triumph had a scope, and before they could socialize and help him cope in an unwrote environment, the conversation was beyond amazing. Of all of the years, not one had aged him. They asked him questions, the responses dazed him. Who's the president? He said Ronald Reagan. For one full day, he was up in the lab, giving an answer that sounded stuck in the past. He was grilled until there was nothing to ask. What's the price of gas? He said $1.50. He passed every test, every tedious plight to see if it's right. Some he repeated it twice. Picture all that time just deleted from life. But to him it felt like he was asleep overnight, but still in a weak state cause he hadn't ate. There were specialized vitamins he had to take, had to wait for the nutrients to activate so his spine and his anatomy could acclimate. First contact after that time alone, seeing things that he would never find at home. Another level of technology finally known. When they showed on the internet his brain was blown. He's like, for quick, what kind of device is this? Anything I wanna know, just type and click. Every sports event, every world crisis miss. How can anything like this in life exist? Famous people who passed on were quite the list. Muhammad Ali, Sinatra, Mike and Prince. Young stars and world leaders, celebrities deep were either grown up old or already deceased. Anything he didn't believe there was evidence. They helped him process with rare benevolence. The world was embedded with next level intelligence. Couldn't believe that he had stepped through 5 presidents and once commanded all things were answered. New means of transit, it seems were rampant. It felt like a dream, but the reality was he was now in a world of extreme advancement. It was finally time for him to visualize and see the outside with his own 2 eyes. He looked surprised when he walked out the building. The feeling of anxiety nearly killed him. It was hard to frame because it all was strange. The smallest things, even the cause had changed. Yet it jarred his brain because it was still a few spots he recalled from his time that he saw remain. He saw people in a vast wide open zone, different looks and new types of clothing on. He was still mentally trying to hold his own. What is everybody carrying? Those are phones. That concept was way too far to fathom. He was shocked when every person he saw had him. He asked him if those are phones, why some people talking while others are just staring at him. He explained a few things that it could do. You could use internet and take pictures too. At that moment, the scientist's phone would ring. The man flipped when a face came on the screen. It was like he was talking into the TV. Can that man that you're looking at truly see me? He told him yes and said, here it's easy. When the man talked to him, he freaked completely. He was breathless. Now he had more to question. Never saw nothing like this except the Jetsons. They put him in a vehicle and put an address in. The car started talking and giving directions. He was seeing the future, yet still the present. Glad to be selected to live this blessing. What he missed was fed into his mind in sections from the end of apartheid to 9/11. Every war was told, martial law exposed. Over people the government had more control. Any music from then that he bought was old. Rap exploded and now was the largest soul. He had lost every minute of a long continuum. The 80s, the 90s, and new millennium. Living a dream that he couldn't prove to anyone. And truth is, he had only viewed the minimum. When he learned about crack, his soul was hurt. Did they ever cure cancer? No, it's worse. Not a new one. Old earth, the roads reversed. Lost faith in everything he hoped at first. What about racism? Is that erased? Unfortunately, no, it's still in place. He was crushed to learn that that was still the case. In his heart, he felt there was a real disgrace. Then he wondered how all these years amassed in the world we live in was still as bad. Not a path was laid out to feel the wrath. To process it all, he was still prepared. He was so deflated by this broken place. What would motivate folks to hold a hate? The man couldn't conceive the decadence in the greed, so the scientist set him down and told him straight. Since the date you entered your unconscious state, the planet grew from 4 billion people to 8. So the government raced to depopulate, cause the leaders dictate with heathenish traits of increase of murder and lack of love. The advent of AI and random drugs. Out of all his time, and it slipped his mind. He hadn't even asked where his family was. He was drawn to gas, then he calmly asked. His son was 1 when he begun his task. The scientist had to let him know the fact that his dad was still living, but his mom had passed. He broke down and like a young child he cried. Learned half of all his close friends had died. Then he felt what he did was a selfish call, cause in taking this step he had left them all. He was overcome like his life was done. He said, can I please see my wife and son? He was told he could, but under one condition. He had to witness them from a distance. We told him we took you on an expedition, and during the mission you came up missing. So how would it look if today you came 4 decades later and looked the same? He understood, yet he felt divided. They drove him to where his wife resided. She walked outside to check the mail. She was 70 years old, gray and frail. So out of sight, he was standing clear. Too far to spot, no chance to hear. Then a man appeared, it was a husband. She had been remarried 30 other vanished years. The shock was great, he had to stop and pray. The healing might come, but not today. Remaining silent with a lot to say. And his son just lived a few blocks away. To his son's address, they drove him fast. He was in the yard about to mow the grass. It was so contrasting to see a man that was a baby last week when he got to hold him last. So they chose to leave before he noticed them. He realized his own son was older than him. Now his heart was broken, he was incomplete. He had grandchildren that he couldn't meet. He said he learned from this when this procedure ends. When you send me back, I'll never leave again. The scientist said, send back, you know the rules. This is not time travel, you're confused. Every year that went by, you lived it, son. All the chamber did was to keep you young. I know it's strange for you to feel swept away from a life that seems like it was yesterday. But the reality is you must now rebuild. Contact your family and you'll be killed. This is now the existence that you must go through and adjust to this brand new world I showed you. Here's the paperwork with a signed proposal from 40 years ago when I first told you. The man said we've never met before. First time was when you opened the chamber door. I assumed that you were just a man assigned to guide me. When I woke up in the modern time, he said, no sir, sit down and I'll reveal it. The cryogenic machine, I'm who built it. Concentrate, look at into my face a minute. I was young like you when I placed you in it, but I grew old just like the rest of your people, and you should be glad that I lived to free you. He said, sir, you were just half the story. He took the man back to the laboratory. They took an elevator down to the basement. I'm training you to be my replacement. My time is ending in this earthly venue. When I'm gone, the program must continue. The man was still shook and crushed indeed, but he had no choices, so he just agreed. When the lights were turned on, to his surprise, it was a new chamber with a new man inside. The scientist gave the codes to unlock the door. It was set for the year 2064.
God damn, bro. That was a fucking wild story. Holy fucking shit, Reno. God damn, bro. He can really make a story, dude. I haven't heard all of his music, and I haven't heard really that much of his music. I've heard quite a bit, but I haven't heard that much. Let me go to his profile, see how many songs it says. It says I've liked 80 of his songs. That's nothing. Dude has like 40 fucking albums. This is insane, bro. I can't even do it, bro. Next one up is End of Times.
Circumstances are formed now. We're seeing metaphorical and actual storm clouds. Intentions of the bloodsuckers now open and overt. Those who boast the most of having knowledge show you no works into direct piles of social status, poor or exiled. In every town affected by legislated projectiles. Worshippers of sick politicians flexing their best miles, while the pedophiles are on the prowl for their next child. Assassination plots on those who try to raise our eyes up. Organizations that'll ruin you for breaking their lives up. Some medical professionals are devils, they're not helping you. Another pill or take another shot that they'll inject in you. Sexual warfare to leave us ineffectual with drugs that'll suppress the potency of black testicles. Everything we're witnessing to scripture, it all ties in. Hate divides men, World War III on the horizon. So we never get back to what's right. He masterfully incorporates death in all facets of life. He sits in the temple, positioning himself above God. There's only two genders. What they're trying to push is not of God. The most evil time that men have walked the planet, we live in it, vividly exhibited. Yet we slither through it oblivious in fear of this. Western Babylon is past done. The next war that America has will be her last one. Their turbulent druthers led them to the purging of others. Sick mothers murder their children, children murder their mothers. A wealthy man feels that money will block him from his demise, thinking riches give him rights to decide who lives or dies. You're watched and recorded, plus they can tap into you from orbit. Morbid scientists who take what is natural, then distort it. Creations of God in the womb, casually aborted by force. The world's resources have savagely been hoarded. Shutting down, financial system collapsing. Music is made dangerous to lower ranges our brainwaves. One of the main aims is to kill us through entertainment. The world ringing with stress, most people seeming depressed. The church is a mess, even the preachers demon possessed. Allah about to explode, the weather starts to unload. Flying objects spotted all over cities across the globe. And heartless fools commit the most darkest of moves. Many people soon to be starving due to shortage of food. Unprecedented events of duplicitous wickedness. The world afflicted with ubiquitous scientists made sicknesses and mind states twisted with lies holding us hostage. Cult leaders who posture as self-proclaimed prophets. Cowards out spoken and not try to stop and expose dirt. Every current nation will fall. America goes first.
Next one up is No Such Thing.
You know what? I don't even be tripping. Somehow, some way, it always get done. And I know it ain't me. It ain't me that's doing it. It's him. Yeah, I said him. It ain't no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all. Sometimes Allah's work is indescribable. They say count your blessings, but for me that's impossible. Picture trying to count your hair, homie, each strand. Imagine trying to count every grain of beach sand. I'm speaking on my experience because I'm living it. The timing and the magnitude, nothing is equivalent. When it gets serious and your people don't remember you, God makes the hot grease feel like a swimming pool. Whether intentional or something you never meant to do, the maximum level of pain and hurt is now minimal. Think about how less fortunate men feel. You crying about broken wipers, he ain't got a windshield. You showing ingratitude even when you got a stronger hand. It's like a billionaire telling his problems to a homeless man. Every person got a place, it's up to us to find it. A pure soul will love a simple rock like it's a diamond. It ain't no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all. There's no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all. Keep racing, there's never a reason to be complacent. Losing something you love teaches you appreciation. Those who know the basics of flying in rare air. Greedy men want it all, I just want a fair share. Your productivity is generated by how much you work. Once you build a demand, you determine what you're worth. You misinterpret the blessings that God shows you. He did it out of love, you thinking it's cause he owes you. And every blessing isn't something he'll physically hand to you. Some of the best that he ever granted were intangible. You ignored and never took your reward, cause you was worried about his instead of looking at yours. God gives what he determines is due. Never measure what he did for someone else to what he's doing for you, cause to a blind mind great things are hard to believe. But every fruitful tree had to start off as it ain't no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all. There's no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all. Question y'all. How was it always something on your dinner plate? Think about how many breaths you take in a day. The gifts you didn't recognize right up in your face. The removal of unseen obstacles in your way. How problems always get fixed, I can't ignore it. If I find $1 on the ground, I'm thanking for it. With no delay, we so quick to throw stuff away. One man's trash is another man's lucky day. Thinking he's only for you, well that's a selfish claim. So celebrate it when he blesses someone else's game. Trust me, y'all, it's bigger than what you believe it is. A lot of things that happen you don't know he even did. Self-entitlement and pride, we should stop now. We don't respect the shade tree until it's chopped down. Some of them we recognize, others won't be known, cause we don't think about the lights until it ain't no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all. There's no such thing as a blessing being small. Whatever God give me, I don't question it at all. Anytime life had my back pressed against the wall, I've been knowing what he can do. This message is for y'all.
All right, last one up is Flow Session Continuum.
What's your name, scumbag?
Another Flow Session.
Ivan. I deflate stress whenever K-Rex. Yesterday I bought my own project just to see what the hell I would say next. Better back up like the Raylex. I'd have to fall 88 steps if I wanted to meet you at your apex. You try and pass, you'll be crying fast. Listen to your lying ass. Music is more depressing hustling and buying gas. I'm right in front of you, so now what? You about to make a headline as if you just finished giving a haircut. I don't cap, you don't like the truth, to get off me. Cause I'ma be honest, like a hoop from Milwaukee. Rapper spinning, so I'm stacking my work. Cause they rip me off like tags on back of a shirt. Outside looking in, whoever's ahead of me, top 10. I'ma make a move like they got somebody blocked in. After the murder, I'll probably discuss it no further. I heard whoever's the GOAT, call me the GOAT herder. Choosing to tangle with your boy, that was a dumb choice. I can sing 3-part harmony with my one voice. You say you're such a skilled person, but I don't feel certain. Like a fool to 160 million is still working. Every day I make vendettas, my workload is great as ever. So my pen wrote its own resignation letter. Me and Cadence is paid together. My meta statements are never late, so I won't ever tell you better late than never. You replay it as I spit your favorites. And press rewind till your fingers dislocated. Keep tripping, I'm playing weapons for any woman a man dissing. Stand out of vision and catch them slipping like transmissions. And I ain't feeling nothing that you said. Your rapping is not attractive, like when a button plants don't match the legs. A deep conundrum is real easy for me to summon. I could set myself up and wouldn't see it coming. A lot of people used to drag my name, but they came around slowly like a suitcase at the baggage claim. Collecting titles like souvenirs through the years. By the time I finished spitting the mic, I grew a beard. I already impregnated this track is straight. So ain't no place for you if you wanna chocolate. You acting like you the only rapper that's pyretic. You must not know I'm that type 2, like a diabetic. If you don't know about my infinite skill, you gon' find out today like a gender reveal. I'll be happy as a DJ in a vinyl store when I cut your spinal cord or loose like some nets at the Final Four. The words landed till he was properly reprimanded. I threw a rapper in the air and he never landed. Of all the pages that I've written for you, I've never said the same line twice. Not that it's true. I'm that animal that repeatedly hunts when you feed it once. I've been so busy I ain't even seen me in months. Slaying you greatly for saying you resent me. Make you pay me a late fee at a place that was rent free. I'm automatic with content that's rough and graphic. Your career's at a standstill like it's stuck in traffic. We know you been telling all them lies. You are not a CEO, you just a shift leader in charge of fries. SPC, our peak is too lofty to reach us. I can build a whole catalog just off of my features. After I wreck you, we'll discuss the lecture just to test ya. I'm so special that I use the pipe to bust the pressure. You love taking my sentences, I've had many stolen. I blew your stomach open, now you got a semicolon. I took a quick break just to take the load off. Now I'm back like I forgot to turn the stove off. It's funny the way they speak till they saw heat. Then they turn the other way like a car seat. I project the sections you haven't been yet. I'm so petty, I'll chin check an insect. You say you a beast in the streets, but like a dog greeter at Walmart, I'ma need to see some receipts. My talk tone is raw to the bone. I'll walk through your home and sell you something that you already own.
Oh my god, dude! Dude! Alright, so that was half of K-Rino's new album, Audio Optics. God damn, dude, that shit was awesome as fuck. This one, I really fuck with those flow session songs because so I did a reaction to I think one flow session, like one of them, I can't remember which one it was, and then somebody commented to react to all the flow sessions, and so I found a bunch of them and I did a reaction. I think there was like 5 flow sessions I did a reaction to in one video, and then somebody was like, oh, because I couldn't find one of them, I can't remember which one, but they're like, oh, it's called this, so I was able to find it. I think it's called like FSF for Flow Session Finale, but obviously it wasn't the finale. He has another one, Flow Session Continuum. I hate that fucking rhythm track. Yeah, man, I am only doing half the album now. I'll do the other half tomorrow. I'll record it tomorrow, just because I don't want this video to be well over an hour, because how long is the album? Because I'm pretty sure the album is over an hour. Yeah, the album is an hour and 12 minutes. This video, with editing, it'd probably be like an hour and 35 minutes or something like that, maybe hour 40. I don't want to have a video that long. That's just me. I don't want to have a video that long. I do have some videos that are over an hour, but those were different kinds of videos, and that was like, because I do a video type of thing where it's called a bunch of reactions to, and that was when I was starting out, and that was when I just did like a bunch of their songs in one go. Now I only do 10 songs, not like anything more. I only do 10, maybe depending on if they have like 12 or something like that only, then I'll do all that, but so far I've only done 10 in every video, except for an artist named Just Viz. I think in his video I did, it was like 17. That was like, I think the first video I did that was over an hour. But yeah, guys, hope you guys fuck with it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Comment down below some other songs you want me to react to. Make sure to hit up all the links in the description. Top link will be the link to this album, so you can fuck with it on your own time. And yeah, guys, hope you guys fuck with it. And peace, Maniacal J.
I'm feeling that indica when they get in the you know they be hating. I gotta get rid of you. I'm in the kitchen, I'm whipping, I'm back in the booth. No, it's been a little minute. I don't fuck around with outsiders. I'm riding around and I got it. Many be going crazy like they just need a little guidance. They scheming, plotting, and smiling. That's why I'm moving in silence. I peep game and I see you. Nobody ever gonna stop me.
Reflect on who you are and your engagement with another human. People making problems when they should be making more solutions. Having grown instead digress to put a stop to evolution. Put my laws right into motion. Influence like Isaac Newton.
Where do I go from here?